Wait, before you scroll away, just take one quiet breath with me. If someone you love has left, if you're waking up every day with that heavy feeling in your chest, this next little while is for you. You don't have to pretend to be okay here. You don't have to hold it together. Just stay with me for a few minutes. Let's sit with your heart together. This is Dharma Talk Channel. I'm really glad you're here, even if the reason you're here is painful. Maybe you just lost someone recently. Maybe it's been months or years, but the grief still hits you out of nowhere. Maybe you're trying to be strong for everyone else, but inside you feel cracked and exhausted. If that's you, I want to say something very clearly. There is nothing wrong with you. You're not too emotional. You're not dramatic. You're not weak. You are a human being who has loved deeply. And when we love deeply, losing someone hurts deeply. That's not a mistake. That's not a failure. That's just how love works. In this episode, I'm not here to throw spiritual quotes at you or tell you to just move on. Honestly, when your heart is shattered, sentences like, "You should be grateful," or "they're in a better place," can feel almost violent. You nod on the outside, but inside you're thinking, you have no idea how much this hurts. So we're going to do this differently. Think of this as a small, quiet room in the middle of your busy, chaotic life. You can close the door for a bit. You don't have to be strong. You don't have to say, "I'm fine." You don't have to hide how bad it feels. Right now, it's just you, me, and a gentle light from the teachings of the Buddha. Nothing heavy, nothing complicated. Just a little lamp in a dark room. If it feels okay, try this with me. Take a slow breath in and a slow breath out. No special posture, no rituals. Just notice that you are breathing. Even while your heart aches, your body is still here, keeping you alive. That, by itself, is already something powerful. Maybe your grief looks like this. You can't sleep. You wake up at strange hours and reach for your phone. Then remember there's no one to text. You replay the last conversation over and over, thinking, if only I had said this, if only I had done that. You feel guilty. Guilty for what you said, guilty for what you didn't say, guilty for being alive. Or maybe your grief is quieter and harder to see. You go to work, you answer emails, you laugh at jokes, but everything feels flat, like you're watching your own life from the outside. Everyone thinks you're doing great, but they don't see how, when you're alone, the silence is so loud it almost hurts physically. And then there are other people. Most of them mean well. They tell you, stay strong. Time heals all wounds. At least they're not suffering anymore. God has a plan. Sometimes those words help. Sometimes they really do. But sometimes they make you feel even more alone because it sounds like they're saying, hurry up and get over it. And you can't, because your heart doesn't work on a schedule. If anyone has made you feel like you should be done with grief by now, I'm sorry. If anyone has made you feel embarrassed or guilty for still missing them, I'm sorry. In the Buddhist tradition, suffering is not proof that you're failing at spirituality. It's not a punishment. It's not the universe saying, you deserve this. Suffering is simply part of the human journey. The Buddha himself started his path by seeing old age, sickness, and death, by seeing that everything and everyone changes and eventually goes. That realization didn't turn him into a cold, distant person. It opened his heart. It made him deeply compassionate because he understood how fragile we all are. So if you feel like your life has been split into before they died and after they died, you're not broken. You are right in the center of what it means to be human. You might also feel something people don't like to talk about: jealousy. Jealous of your friends who still have their parents. Jealous of couples holding hands. Jealous of parents walking with their kids. Those feelings can feel ugly and shameful, so we hide them. But they don't mean you're a bad person. They mean you loved someone so much that the world now feels unfair without them. That's a very human reaction. If you feel okay doing this, gently place a hand over your heart for a moment. Just notice it's still beating. Somehow, even after everything you've been through, you're still here. You survived nights you thought would never end. You got through days you were sure would crush you. You might not feel strong, but listen, being here, listening to this, is already a sign of strength. In the teachings of the Buddha, we don't deny pain. We don't pretend it's not real. We look at it honestly, but with kindness. We say, yes, this hurts. This is hard. Let me see if I can understand it, so it doesn't completely control me. We'll talk more about that in the next parts, about why grief feels the way it does, what's behind it, and how understanding impermanence and compassion can help you breathe again. But for today, I don't need you to understand anything. You don't have to be wise, calm, or spiritual. If all you can do is lie there and listen, that is enough. If all you can do is breathe and not completely fall apart, that is enough. If you cry while you listen, that is enough. If you feel nothing and just feel numb, that is also enough. There is no one correct way to grieve. There is only your way, and your way is allowed. Let's take another gentle breath together, in and out, as your mind wanders to memories, regrets, or worries. That's okay. Don't fight it. Just notice it and come back to this moment when you can. You, here, listening to my voice, breathing, existing 1 second at a time. If it helps, you can say quietly inside yourself, I'm still here. I'm still breathing. I'm allowed to feel exactly what I feel. My hope is that, little by little, as we walk through this series together, you'll feel less alone. Not because the sadness magically disappears, but because you begin to see that this sadness is shared, that countless others, all over the world and throughout history, have walked this same dark road. And inside that darkness, there is also something strangely tender, a doorway to compassion, to understanding, to a softer, wiser strength. If anything in this first part makes you feel even a tiny bit seen or comforted, I'd be grateful if you tap like, maybe share this with someone who's also hurting, and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next parts. Not just for me or for this channel, but because it helps these messages reach more people sitting alone with their grief, like you are right now. For now, let this be enough. You're not crazy. You're not alone, that you're not failing at grief. You're a human being who loved someone, and that love is still alive in you. And here, in this little corner of the internet, it is completely okay to hurt. If you've ever looked at your own grief and thought, why does it still hurt this much? What's wrong with me? Stay with me for this part. What I'm about to share might not take away your pain, but it can help you understand it. And when we understand something, even just a little, it can feel a tiny bit lighter to carry. Welcome back to Dharma Talk channel. If you're still here after the first part, thank you for trusting me with your heart. If you're joining for the first time, you're not late. You're exactly where you need to be. In this part, I want to talk about grief and loss through a very simple lens from the Buddhist teaching. Don't worry, this won't be a religion lecture. Think of it more like someone giving you a map, not to tell you where to go, but to show you, hey, this is why the landscape of your heart looks and feels like this. The Buddha talked about something called the Four Noble Truths. That sounds fancy and far away, but in everyday language, it's really just 4 deep observations about life. There is suffering. There are causes of suffering. There is a possibility for suffering to ease. There is a path, a way of living, that helps that easing happen. So let's bring that down to earth and lay it gently next to your grief. First, there is suffering. This part sounds obvious. You've lost someone. Your heart hurts. Of course there is suffering. But here's the important thing. The Buddha didn't say, there is suffering, so you should be ashamed of it, or there is suffering, so you're doing life wrong. He just named it. He said, this is here. This is real. Let's look at it honestly. For you, suffering might look like waking up and forgetting for a few seconds that they're gone, and then remembering, and having that wave crash over you again. It might look like walking into a room and instinctively wanting to tell them something funny, and then realizing you can't. It might look like random breakdowns in the car, in the shower, in the grocery store aisle where you used to buy their favorite snack. The Buddha's first truth is almost like someone taking your hand and saying, you're not imagining this. It is hard. You're not weak for feeling it. Second, there are causes of suffering. This is where it gets interesting, not to blame you, but to help you see why it hurts the way it does. One big cause is attachment. People hear that and think, oh, so I'm not supposed to love anyone? I should be detached and cold. No, that's not what it means. Attachment, in this context, is when we hold on to the idea that things must stay the same for us to be okay. They must live forever. Our family must never change. This relationship must last until the day I die. We don't say these out loud, but they live inside us, quietly. So when reality does what reality always does, changes, our heart feels ripped open. Your suffering is not just because someone died. It's also because there was a part of you, a very human part, that believed, I can't live without them. Or this isn't how it was supposed to be. Another cause of suffering is how our mind builds stories around what happened. Thoughts like, I should have known. I should have called more. If only I had pushed them to go to the doctor sooner. If only I'd stayed home that day. I don't deserve to be happy now. These thoughts are understandable, but they also add extra layers of pain on top of the pain you already have. It's like your heart is already broken, and then your mind comes in with a hammer and keeps hitting the same spot. The Buddha is not judging you for this. He's just saying, look, this is how the mind works. When it doesn't understand, it blames. When it can't control, it rewinds the past over and over, trying to find a version it can live with. Third, there is a possibility for suffering to ease. Notice I'm not saying disappear completely or never hurt again. When you love someone, you carry that love and therefore some form of that pain for a long time, maybe forever. And that's okay. What the Buddha points to is this: the way you suffer can change. Right now, it might feel like drowning, like your grief owns you. It controls your thoughts, your body, your sleep, your actions. It's like a storm that keeps hitting and you have no shelter. But over time, with understanding and practice, suffering can soften. The sharp edges can become less sharp. The constant storm can become waves that still come, but no longer knock you down every single time. The pain of missing them might always be part of your life, but the guilt, the self-hate, the endless what if questions, those can loosen their grip. One day, you might still cry when you think of them, but the tears might feel different, not only heavy, but also warm, full of love and gratitude. That shift is what the Buddha is talking about. Not a life with zero pain, but a heart that knows how to hold pain differently. Fourth, there is a path. The path is not some secret magical technique. It's a way of living, step by step, where you bring more awareness and kindness into your relationship with your own pain. Part of that path is what we're doing right now, looking directly at your grief, not turning away from it, but also not letting it define your entire identity. You're not just the person who lost someone. You are a whole human being, broken in some places, yes, but still capable of love, beauty, understanding, and new meaning. On this path, we learn to notice our thoughts without believing all of them. We learn to see, this is guilt talking. This is fear talking. This is attachment talking. We don't have to push them away, but we also don't have to let them drive the car. We also learn to see that we're not alone. One of the most healing parts of Buddhist teaching is the realization that suffering is shared. Everyone loses someone. Everyone's heart gets broken by life in some way. Your story is unique, but the feeling of grief is something countless beings have known. That doesn't erase your pain, but it can make you feel less isolated, less singled out by the universe. So if we put all of this together and lay it beside your grief, it might sound like this. Yes, I am suffering. Yes, a big part of this suffering comes from how deeply I loved and how much I wanted things to stay the same. Yes, my mind is adding guilt and regret on top of my pain because it's scared and doesn't understand. And yes, maybe, just maybe, there is a way to be with this grief that doesn't destroy me. Maybe I can learn to walk with it. You don't have to believe that fully right now. Just let the possibility sit in the back of your mind like a small seed. If anything here is making your heart nod a little, even if your brain is still unsure, I'd love it if you'd tap like on this video. Maybe share it with someone else who's grieving, and subscribe to Dharma Talk channel so you don't miss the next parts. That simple action helps this message reach more people who are sitting alone in the dark the way you might be now. In the next section, we'll go deeper into two big teachings, impermanence and no fixed self, and see how they can actually bring comfort, not confusion, when we're dealing with death. But for now, just remember, your suffering has causes. That means it's not random and it's not a punishment. And if it has causes, it can also change. You don't have to see the whole path yet. You just have to take the next breath. If you've ever looked at death and thought, I just can't accept this, it feels so wrong, then this part is for you. Please don't click away yet. I'm not going to tell you to become cold or to stop loving or to suddenly be okay with losing someone. I just want to offer you a different way to look at what happened, one that might soften the sharp edges, even just a little. Welcome back to Dharma Talk channel. If you've been walking with me since part 1 and 2, thank you for staying. If you just arrived here first, that's okay too. You can listen in any order that feels right for you. Today, I want to talk about two ideas from the Buddhist teaching, impermanence and non-self. Those words sound philosophical, maybe a bit abstract, but I promise we're going to keep this really down to earth. These aren't concepts to memorize. They're like lenses you can put on your heart and see your grief from a slightly different angle. Let's start with impermanence. Impermanence simply means nothing stays the same. Everything is changing all the time. We kind of know this already. We see kids grow up. We see our own body age. We notice old photos and think, wow, that was me. But when it comes to the people we love the most, a hidden part of us still believes, not them, not like this, not now. So when death happens, it doesn't just hurt. It feels like a violation of some unspoken rule we were holding inside. Impermanence says, the rule we believed in, that things should stay the same, is not actually how life works. Life is more like a river than a rock. It flows. It moves. It doesn't freeze for anyone. Now, that might sound cold at first. You might be thinking, okay, so everything changes, big deal. How does that help when my heart is broken? Let's slow down and approach it gently. Think back to the person you lost. There was a time when you didn't know them at all. Before you met, your lives were separate lines. And then, somehow, conditions came together. You were born into the same family, or you crossed paths at work, or you fell in love, or you had a child. Those conditions created a season of life where you could share time, space, stories, jokes, arguments, meals, hugs. That season was real. It mattered. It shaped you. Impermanence doesn't erase that. It just says, the season was never meant to last forever. Just like no spring lasts forever, no winter lasts forever. The fact that summer ends doesn't mean summer was a mistake. It means it was precious. If everything stayed the same, nothing would be special. The reason that particular laugh, that particular hug, that one road trip, that one late-night conversation are so intense in your memory is because they were temporary. You can't replay them in real life. They came once. They passed. They live in you now as something sacred. So when you think it shouldn't have ended, impermanence whispers, it was always going to end. That's what makes it a miracle that it ever began. Again, I'm not asking you to suddenly be okay with it. I'm just inviting you to try on this thought. Instead of only asking, why did they leave? You might also gently ask, how beautiful that we met at all. Now let's talk about the second idea, non-self, or no fixed self. This one can sound strange, so let's keep it simple. We usually think of a person as a solid, separate thing. That's my mom. That's my husband. That's my child. As if each of them is a fixed object, like a statue that exists the same way all the time. But if you really look, you'll see that a person is more like a process than a solid thing. Think of the person you lost. Were they exactly the same at age 5, 15, 30, 60? No, they changed. Their body changed. Their ideas changed. Their moods changed. Their habits changed. The way they loved you probably changed over time too. What we call them is actually a combination of so many things. Their body, their thoughts and emotions, their memories, their actions and habits, the way they affected you and others, all of that together creates a pattern we recognize as this person. Non-self doesn't mean they don't exist. It means there was never a separate, unchanging thing inside them. They were always a flowing pattern, a living movement of body, mind, and relationships. Okay, so what does that have to do with your grief? Well, when the body dies, we feel like everything about them disappeared, like they fell into a black hole and now there's just nothing. That nothing feeling is terrifying. But if you look with this teaching in mind, you might see something else. The body is gone. But are they really 100% gone? Where are their words? Where are their habits? Where is their love? Pieces of them are still here. In you. Maybe you catch yourself using one of their phrases. Maybe your hands move in a way that reminds you of them. Maybe your sense of humor, or your work ethic, or your way of listening to others is something they help shape. Their influences. Living in your nervous system, in your choices, in the way you show up in the world. They are not here like before, but they are not totally gone either. They have become part of you and part of others they touched. Non-self means no one is completely separate. We are all made of each other. Your loved one was always more than just that physical body, and that more has not been erased. Think about a candle lighting another candle. When the first flame passes to the second, the first candle might burn out, but the fire continues. That we don't say, the fire is gone. We say, the fire has moved. It's been passed on. In the same way, you carry the flame of the one you lost, in your heart, in your actions, in the person you are becoming. Impermanence says, this form changes, this season ends. Non-self says, but nothing is truly separate. What you love is still moving through life in different shapes. Does that take away the ache? Maybe not, but it can change the flavor of the ache. Instead of feeling like everything is over, nothing matters, it can slowly shift into, it hurts that they're not here in the old way, but I can still feel them in the person I am today. I can still continue their kindness, their courage, their love. You might even try a small reflection like this. When you think of them, ask yourself, What in me did they help grow? What part of me is their legacy? If they could see how I'm living now, what qualities would honor them the most? Impermanence helps you see. The season you had together was limited, but real and precious. Non-self helps you see. Even though that season ended, its fruits are still here, inside you and in the world. If anything in this perspective is touching your heart, even if just a little, I'd be grateful if you'd hit like on this video, share it with someone else who's grieving, and subscribe to Dharma Talk channel so we can keep walking this path together. Your small action helps these teachings reach more people who feel as lost and alone as you might feel right now. In the next part, we're going to talk more about love itself, how love doesn't actually disappear when the body is gone, and how you can continue to have a meaningful relationship with the one you lost, even after death. Not in a fantasy way, but in a very real, grounded, everyday way. For now, if all you take from this is one small thought, let it be this: they were always changing. You were always changing. The time you had together was a moving miracle, not a permanent object. And even though that chapter has closed, the story isn't over, because part of them is still living in you, right now, with every breath you take. If you've ever caught yourself talking to someone who's no longer here, or saying their name out loud in an empty room, or whispering, "I miss you," before you fall asleep, stay with me for this part. That you're not crazy, that you're not stuck in the past. You might actually be touching something deep and very human. The simple truth that love doesn't just disappear when a body is gone. Welcome back to Dharma Talk channel. Thank you for walking this road with me. If this is your first time here, you're in the right place too. We're in the middle of a series on grief and loss through the gentle lens of the Buddhist teachings, spoken in normal, everyday language for regular people with broken hearts. In the last part, we talked about impermanence and how everything changes, and about how a person is more of a flow than a fixed, solid thing. Today, we're going to sit with a really tender question. If their body is gone, where does the love go? Think about the person you lost for a moment. That don't force anything. Just let one image come. Their face, their voice, the way they laughed, the way they walked into a room, the way they held a cup of coffee, the way they said your name. Feel what comes up in your chest when you remember that. It might be warmth. It might be a stab of pain. It might be both at the same time. That's okay. Now let me ask you something simple. When they died, did all of that love you feel instantly vanish? No, of course not. Your love didn't die with their body. That if anything, sometimes it feels even louder because there's nowhere for it to go. You can't text them, hug them, cook for them. It's like your heart is still pouring love out, but the usual container is gone. In Buddhism, we don't say, love is over because the body is over. Instead, we ask, how is this love changing shape? Love is like water. That if you pour water from a cup into a bowl, the shape changes, but it's still water. That if you pour it into the earth, it nourishes the soil, becomes part of plants, part of clouds. It doesn't vanish. It transforms. The love you have for this person is doing something similar. Before, that love was expressed as, I'll pick you up from the airport. I'll bring you soup when you're sick. I'll sit with you on the couch and watch this silly show. Now, that love might express itself as, I'll take care of the people you cared about. I'll live in a way that would make you proud. I'll keep your kindness alive through my own actions. The form of love has changed, but the love itself, that deep, quiet wish for them to be safe, happy, at peace, that's still here, isn't it? Sometimes we get stuck because we think the only valid way to love them is the old way, the way that involved their physical presence, the way that let us say, I love you, and hear them say something back. So when the body is gone, our mind screams, "I can't love them anymore. It hurts too much. It's pointless now." But another part of you knows, you still love them anyway. You can't not. So here's a gentle invitation. What if you didn't try to force that love to go away? What if, instead, you allowed it to change shape? In the Buddhist tradition, there's a beautiful idea. We can continue someone, not just in memory, but in action. Think about their best qualities. Were they generous? Were they patient? Were they brave? Did they have a goofy sense of humor that lightened the room? Did they take care of others quietly, without bragging? Those qualities don't have to end with their last breath. You can be their continuation. When you do something kind in their name, when you forgive someone because they taught you about compassion, when you work hard because they showed you what responsibility looks like, when you take care of your own health because they always worried about you. In those moments, your love for them has taken a new form. It's moving through your hands, your words, your choices. Some people light a candle for their loved one. Some cook their favorite meal on their birthday. Some donate to a cause that mattered to them. Some talk to them at the cemetery, or at the kitchen table, or in the car. From the outside, those actions look small, but inside, they're huge. They're a way of saying, "I'm still in relationship with you." Not in the old way, but in a way that's real for me now. If talking to them helps, talk to them. You don't have to convince anyone else it's rational. You don't have to prove anything. You can say things like, "I miss you. I'm angry you're gone. I hope you're okay. I'm trying to live a life you'd respect." You're not crazy for doing that. You're a heart that refuses to let love be limited by death. From a Buddhist view, everything is connected through causes and conditions. The kindness they gave you is now inside you as a potential to give kindness to others. The wisdom they shared is now inside your understanding. When you act from that kindness or wisdom, you're not just remembering them. You're manifesting them in the present moment. In that sense, they're not only in your past, they're also in your future, through what you choose to do with the love that's still alive in you. Now, you might ask, "Okay, but doesn't this mean I'll never move on?" Let me offer another perspective. Maybe the goal is not to move on from them, but to move forward with them, with their love woven into who you are, without being crushed by grief. Grief says, "They're gone, so everything is meaningless." Love says, "They're gone in one way, but I will carry what was best in them forward." You can slowly, gently shift from only drowning in grief to also standing on love. That doesn't mean the pain disappears. You may still have days where you fall apart. You may still have nights when the bed feels way too big and cold. That's okay. But woven into that pain, there can also be moments like, "I helped someone today the way you used to help me. I laughed the way we used to laugh, and for a second I could feel you there. I chose patience instead of anger because you taught me that." Those moments are not betrayal. They're not moving on and forgetting. They're moments where love has found a new way to live. That if you believe in rebirth or some kind of continuation beyond this life, you might also add this layer. Every good thing you do in their name, every act of generosity, every prayer, every kind thought directed toward them, is like sending a small, warm light in their direction, wherever they are now. If you're not sure what you believe, that's fine too. You can treat these actions as a way of healing you, of giving your love a place to go, instead of trapping it inside. If anything in this is touching something real in you, if you're starting to see even a tiny bit that your love is not useless, not wasted, not dead, I'd really appreciate it if you'd tap like on this video, share it with someone else who's grieving, and subscribe to Dharma Talk channel so you don't miss the rest of this series. Those simple things help this kind of gentle conversation reach more hurting hearts. Before we close this part, I'd like to invite you into a short reflection. You can do it now or later, whenever you're ready. Think of the person you lost and quietly ask yourself, what part of me is their gift? What lives in me today because they once existed? How can I let that part grow as a way of loving them now? Maybe the answer is, I'll be a more present parent because they weren't able to be there for me. Or, I'll be kinder to myself because they always told me I deserved better. Or, I'll take care of my body because they didn't get the chance to live longer. Whatever it is, that's your love changing form. The body is gone. We can't sugarcoat that. The hugs, the smell of their skin, the sound of their footsteps, those are memories now. But the love is not just memory. The love is a living force inside you, shaping who you are, how you treat others, how you walk through this world. Bodies end, forms change, but every act of genuine love leaves a trace that doesn't simply disappear. So maybe the real question is not, why did love fail? Maybe the real question is, how can I let this love keep flowing, even after goodbye? If your heart can hold that question, even for a moment, then love is already doing what love does best, finding a way to keep going. If your heart has ever said, okay, I understand some of this in my head, but what do I actually do with this pain? This part is for you. Don't go yet. The next few minutes are not about theory. They're about small, simple things you can try, even on the worst days, to help you breathe with your grief instead of fighting it alone. Welcome back to Dharma Talk channel. Thank you for staying with me on this journey. If this is the first episode you found, you're still in the right place. Today we're talking about very practical ways to hold your grief with a little more kindness. You don't have to do all of these. You don't have to do any of them perfectly. Think of this like a toolbox. You take what fits, you leave what doesn't, and you come back whenever you need. Let's start with something very simple, your breath. Right now, just notice your breathing for a moment. You don't have to change it. Just notice, air going in, air going out. When we're grieving, our mind is usually either in the past, replaying what happened, or in the future, terrified of what our life will be like without them. The breath is one of the few things that is always happening right now. It can be like an anchor when the waves get too strong. If it feels okay, try this with me. Take a gentle breath in and quietly think, I know I'm hurting. Breathe out and think, I'm here with my hurt. In, I know my heart is in pain. Out, I'm not running away from it right now. We're not trying to erase the pain, that we're just choosing not to abandon ourselves while we feel it. You can do this at night when you can't sleep, in the car when you feel a breakdown coming, in the bathroom at work when you need a moment. Even 3 breaths like this can make a tiny bit of space inside a very crowded mind. Now, let's talk about something many grieving hearts carry, self-blame. How could I let this happen? Why wasn't I there? Why didn't I say yes to that last phone call? Those thoughts can torture us long after the funeral is over. So here's another practice, one of self-compassion. Place your hand on your chest or your belly, wherever feels more natural. Feel the warmth of your own hand. This is you taking care of you. As you breathe, say slowly inside, at that time, I did the best I could with what I knew. You might not fully believe it. That's okay. You're not signing a legal document. You're just offering your heart a different voice to listen to besides the one that keeps attacking you. You can add, if I could have done better, I would have. If they could have stayed longer, they would have. We were both human, doing our best in a world we don't control. This is not about excusing real harm or pretending everything was perfect. It's about loosening the tight knot of, it's all my fault, that keeps you from healing. Grief is heavy enough without carrying a mountain of guilt on top of it. Another powerful practice is writing. Not fancy journaling, Not a perfect letter, just words on paper. You can write a letter to the one you lost. You can start with something as simple as, "Hey, I miss you." Then let it go wherever it needs to go. "I'm angry you left. I'm sorry for the times I hurt you. Thank you for the ways you loved me. This is what my life looks like now without you. These are the things I wish I could still tell you." You don't have to show this letter to anyone. You don't have to read it out loud. You can keep it, burn it, tear it up, put it in a box, whatever feels right. The point is this: grief is like pressure inside the chest. Letting it move into words, onto paper, gives it somewhere to go. You're not stuck trying to hold it all in your body. If you're afraid you'll cry while you write, that's okay. Tears are not a sign the practice is failing. They're a sign something inside you is finally being allowed to speak. Now, let's talk about a small ritual you can create for yourself. Rituals don't have to be religious. They can be simple, personal gestures that tell your heart, "I see you. I'm honoring what I've lost." Maybe once a week, you light a candle for them. Maybe you cook their favorite meal on certain days. Maybe you keep a small object that reminds you of them and hold it when you need comfort. Maybe you go for a walk and talk to them in your head. It doesn't have to make sense to anyone else. This is between you, your grief, and your love. For example, you might say each time you light the candle, "This flame is for you. I still remember you. I'm still learning how to live with this." Small rituals can give your grief a rhythm. Instead of feeling like a constant, wild storm, it has moments where it's invited in on purpose, held gently, and given a safe container. Another practice you can try is sending kindness, not just to the person you lost, but also to yourself. You might sit quietly and say inside, "May you be at peace wherever you are now. May you be free from suffering. May you be surrounded by love." Then, turn that same wish toward yourself. "May I be at peace, even with all this pain. May I be gentle with my own heart. May I find the strength to live on with love." At first, it might feel awkward or fake. That's normal. We're not used to talking to ourselves like this. But over time, these phrases can become like a soft blanket you wrap around your own broken heart. If anything I'm saying feels like too much right now, here's the simplest practice of all. Choose one tiny, kind thing you can do for yourself each day in honor of the one you lost. Drink a glass of water slowly. Step outside and feel the air on your face. Stretch your body for 2 minutes. Eat one meal without rushing. And as you do it, you can think, "I'm doing this for both of us. You didn't get more days, but I did. So I will try, little by little, to care for the life I still have." You don't have to turn your grief into a big project. You don't have to transform your pain into wisdom overnight. These small practices are like planting seeds. You water them with patience, and one day, without you even noticing when it began, something softer starts to grow. If one of these practices spoke to you, a breathing moment, a letter, a candle, a quiet wish of kindness, please remember it. Maybe pause this, write it down, or tell yourself, "Tonight, I'll try that for 2 minutes." And if this episode has given you even a tiny bit of comfort or a little more courage to face another day, I'd be really grateful if you'd tap like on this video, share it with someone else who's grieving, and subscribe to Dharma Talk channel. It helps these gentle teachings reach more people who are hurting silently, just like you. In our next part, we'll bring everything together: your pain, your love, the teachings we've touched, and these small practices, and we'll end this series with a blessing for the one you lost, and for you, the one who is still here, still breathing, still walking through this world with a heart that has been broken, but not destroyed. For now, take one more breath with me, in and out. You don't have to fix your grief today. You don't have to be better by tomorrow. Just keep taking the next honest breath, and let these small practices be like a hand on your shoulder, reminding you, you are not alone in this. Before you skip this and go back to scrolling, wait just a few seconds. If you've come this far, if you've listened to these parts with a hurting heart, then this last piece is for you. Think of it as a gentle goodbye hug, not just to this series, but also a small blessing for you and the one you've lost. Welcome back to Dharma Talk channel. If you've been here from part 1 all the way to now, thank you. Truly, if you're just landing here at the end, that's okay too. You're still welcome in this space. We've walked through a lot together. We started by simply saying, your pain makes sense. You're not broken for grieving. We looked at what the Buddha taught about suffering, not as a punishment, but as part of being human, with causes we can slowly understand. We talked about impermanence, how everything changes, and about how a person is more like a flowing process than a fixed object. We explored how love doesn't disappear when the body is gone. It changes shape. It continues through you. And we practiced a few small, real-life ways to breathe with your grief instead of pretending it isn't there. Now, in this last part, I don't want to add more theory. I want to speak directly to you, the one who's still here. Because that's something we often forget. When someone dies, it's not just their story ending in one form. It's your story changing, too. You're the one who has to wake up, get dressed, deal with bills, answer messages, sit through holidays and anniversaries with an empty chair at the table. So let me say this clearly. You matter. Your life is not less important just because they're gone. You are not just the one who was left behind. You are a living, breathing continuation of all the love, all the lessons, all the moments you shared. If you can, take a slow breath with me right now. In and out. As you breathe, you might feel sadness. You might feel anger. You might feel absolutely nothing. Whatever shows up, it's okay. You don't have to fight it right now. I'd like you to imagine, just for a moment, that the one you lost could see you right now. Not as a ghost, not in some creepy way, just as a loving awareness, a quiet presence. What would they want for you? Do you really think they would say, I want you to be miserable forever. I want you to punish yourself. I want you to stop enjoying anything because I'm gone. No, if there was love between you, then somewhere deep down, you know what they'd say. It's okay to miss me. It's okay to cry. But please don't stop living because I had to go. They might say, carry me in your kindness. Carry me in your courage. Carry me in the way you treat other people. Carry me in the way you treat yourself. You're not betraying them if, one day, you laugh again. You're not betraying them if you fall in love again, or enjoy a sunset, or dance in your kitchen, or feel genuinely happy for a few minutes. That happiness doesn't erase them. It doesn't mean you've forgotten. If anything, your ability to feel joy after such a loss is one of the deepest ways to honor them. It says, pain changed me, but it did not kill the part of me that can love, that can smile, that can be grateful we ever met. From a Buddhist point of view, your grief, your love, your effort to live on with a softer, wiser heart, these are all part of your path. They're not obstacles to your practice. They are your practice. Every time you pause and breathe instead of drowning in guilt, that's practice. Every time you speak to yourself with a little more kindness, that's practice. Every time you choose not to close your heart completely, even though it hurts, that's practice. You don't have to become some enlightened being overnight. You don't have to be perfect. Just taking one honest, gentle step at a time is enough. Right now, if you feel okay doing this, I'd like to guide you through a short blessing. Nothing religious you have to sign up for, just a simple moment of good wishes. If it's safe and comfortable, you can close your eyes. If not, just soften your gaze. First, bring the person you lost to mind. Picture their face. Or if that's hard, just think their name. Quietly, in your own heart, you can say, "Wherever you are now, may you be at peace. May you be free from suffering. May you be surrounded by love. Thank you for the time we had. Thank you for the ways you changed my life. I carry you with me." Take a breath. Now, gently turn that same kindness toward yourself. You might say, slowly, "May I be at peace, even with this grief. May I be gentle with my own heart. May I find the strength to live fully, not in spite of you, but in honor of you." Another breath. If that feels too emotional, that's okay. If it feels like nothing at all, also okay. Sometimes the heart needs to hear these words many times before it lets them sink in. Remember this: healing is not forgetting. Healing is learning to live with the love and the loss in the same heart. There will be days when you feel like you've taken 3 steps forward, and then suddenly, grief knocks you flat again. A song, a smell, a street, a date on the calendar, and you're back in tears. On those days, please don't say, "I'm back at 0. You're not. All the understanding, all the compassion, all the small practices you've touched, they're still in you. This is just another wave. Let it rise. Let it fall. Come back to your breath. Come back to the simple truth. I am still here." Before we close, I want to talk to you not just as a voice on a channel, but almost like a friend sitting across from you. If any part of this series has made you feel even a tiny bit less alone, if it has given you language for something you've been feeling but couldn't put into words, if it has helped your heart soften, even for a moment, then I want to ask you, from the heart, please support this little corner of the internet where we talk honestly about pain, love, and the path through it. If you haven't yet, please click the like button on this video. That simple tap really does help more people find it. Share this with someone who's grieving, a friend, a family member, anyone you know who might need to hear. You're not crazy. You're just hurting. Subscribe to Dharma Talk channel and turn on the notification bell so you don't miss future talks, meditations, and reflections like this. Every like, every share, every subscription is not just a number for the channel. It's a way of saying, yes, we need spaces like this. Yes, we want gentle conversations about grief, about love, about real human struggle. It helps make sure that when someone is up at 2 a.m., crying and searching for something, anything, to hold on to, this kind of talk has a better chance of reaching them. If you feel like it, you can also leave a comment, maybe the first name or initial of the one you lost, or one sentence about them, or simply, "I'm grieving, but I'm still here." You don't have to share details. Just that small act of writing can be healing. And you might be surprised how many strangers will read your words and silently send you love. As we end this series, I want to leave you with this. You will never be the same as you were before this loss. That's true, but never the same doesn't have to mean forever broken. It can also mean more understanding of other people's pain, more tenderness toward yourself, more appreciation for small, ordinary moments, more courage to say, "I love you," while you still can. Your heart has been cracked open. That hurts. But through that crack, a different kind of light can also enter, and a different kind of light can shine out from you to others. So, wherever you are listening right now, on your bed, in your car, on a walk, in a tiny apartment, or a busy house, I'm sending you a silent bow. To you, to your grief, to the one you lost, and to the love that still lives on. Thank you for being here. Thank you for surviving what you've survived. And if you'd like to keep walking together, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Dharma Talk channel. Until next time, may you be safe, may you be held, May you find, little by little, a way to live with your loss and still let your heart love.